So guys, with the rise of the gourmand genre in the perfumery, there are so many brands jumping on this trend, releasing something new and delicious for us that my mouth literally watered just by looking at all of these new gourmands. But I absolutely cannot wait to check them out and of course share with you what's new and exciting out there. So keep on watching for all the details and check out the description box for all the helpful information. If you're a gourmand lover yourself, please give this video a huge thumbs up, as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel, and after you're done with that, we can get started. So hello and welcome everyone to this update episode on what's new, exciting, and of course delicious out there, because it seems like everyone wanna smell like a snack these days and brands are following this trend. I can't blame them. I'm a huge gourmand lover. I love a well done sweet fragrance. I know that it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I feel like there is a perfect gourmand for everyone. And today we are going to be talking about top 10 brand new gourmand releases and all of those delicious yummy notes. Let's get started with something that took me by surprise, because I did not expect Dior to release a fragrance that would be sweet, but I guess it's gonna be twisted, because they've done that with my beloved tobacco, which is this smoky tobacco with some fruits and glowing amber. And I think this Bouillie Talisman that was signed by the new in-house perfume Francis Dijon is gonna be something dark gourmand, because not only we have vanilla and sugar in there, but there is also cedarwood and smoke. Maybe it's gonna smell like burnt sweets, I don't know, but it's probably gonna be amazing, because Dior has proven that they are fantastic with vanilla. I absolutely adore the vanilla diorama. This is that mature, luxurious type of a sweeter fragrance that is not fully there, and if you want to attract people, I highly recommend you to look into vanilla focused fragrances, and there are many top lists on my channel featuring those vanilla forward perfumes, and they are very mass appealing. So I'm extremely excited for this, probably a little bit more atmospheric gourmand fragrance. But now let's talk about something a little bit more affordable, and I'm super excited for Zara's new dark romance in their signature and more luxurious bottles. There is jasmine on top, but I think main focus is going to be on tonka, whipped cream, toffee and vanilla. Actually, when I am seeing toffee in perfumes, I'm reminded of my beloved Italica, because that is a top-notch toffee fragrance. That one is actually pretty milky. I think this one is gonna be slightly thicker, and you know, like whipped cream and milk, all of those lactonic tones are extremely trendy these days. I think it's gonna be something like in that style, so probably on the thicker side, and it is getting compared to Bianco Latte, which I feel started this trend for milky lactonic fragrances, Eclair from Lataf, and actually a pretty expensive niche fragrance, Tempt Me from Navitus, which I wanna talk about next. But first, let me put on your radar Supreme Vanilla from Zara's Vanilla collection that I've already reviewed for you, because in my opinion, this fragrance outperforms many other vanilla fragrances that are way more expensive. It smells like vanilla pod, very luxurious, deep, intense, sultry, so good. Highly recommend you, because it is extremely affordable. But now let's talk about something that I feel is going to be not only sweet but also quite powdery, because this fragrance Tempt Me features note of brown sugar and toffee, so that is kind of a little bit similar to the new dark romance from Zara, but there is also caramel and vanilla bean, some milk, once again tonka, but this one is featuring three notes that I think are gonna make it quite powdery, which is musk, then benzoin, which is a balmy note that I noticed flattens fragrances for me, so I promised myself I won't blind buy any benzoin featuring fragrances. I need to try them out first. But there is also heliotrope, which I typically fall for, because it adds something cosmetic to perfume. So I think this one is going to be very essential, and just looking at the notes, it smells, or it seems to be very delicious. But if dark romance is kind of a dupe for it, I mean, like, I'm ready to blind buy that one. Just as I am really excited for the new flanker of Yves Saint Laurent's Black Opium, and it is super cool that not only niche and artistic, more indie brands are launching something gourmand for us, but also designer brands taking notice of that trend. So this fragrance is interesting because not only there is vanilla, absolute coffee and Marshmallow, which is kind of like that gourmand accord in the fragrance. There is also patchouli, which probably will just add some complexity and more interesting feel, so it's not going to be like a full-on straightforward candy scent. And there is lemon with pear and orange on top, so probably it's going to be fresher, and I think that will make it a bit easier. But there is also orange blossom, and I guess because of that it is getting compared to two of my all-time favorite gourmands, and that is Oriana from Parfums de Marly. This is like a bit of juicier version of Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, which is like this blossoming and extremely sweet but never sickening heavy gourmand from Kilian. So I'm really looking forward to this new release. I think it's going to be something easy to throw on and wear on the everyday basis, because I know that gourmands require certain mood, or you need to have a special occasion to wear those too. But you know, with gourmands, something pretty is that they are extremely mass appealing. That's where I actually bought this mini of Kayali's new Yum Bougie Marshmallow. And once again, another marshmallow featuring fragrance. I feel like this note is going to be even more popular, and we'll see it in more upcoming perfumes in the future. So this has that marshmallow texture, just super soft, but I feel in the background there is DNA of Burberry Her Milkshake, which was designed by Cour de Jong. So there is just like this watered down Baccarat Rouge DNA, and there is also coconut with the musk, with whipped cream, with sugar, with amber accents. So it is very soft, it is powdery, it is very, very pleasant, kind of like a delicious and almost weightless treat in a bottle, with some fruity touches of strawberry and raspberry. And I'm wearing this fragrance when I'm giving classes, because I want my students to like me, and gourmands, they just lift the mood. So this is very, very pleasant. But let's talk about those fruity gourmands a bit more, because I was so excited about Creed's Fragaria, and I am just so satisfied with where Creed's creative direction is taking us these days. If you want to see my reviews on their recent launches, make sure to check out the video, which I will link on the screen right now for you. But yeah, this new release seems to be very fruity. There is strawberry, and I think this note is also gaining popularity, so probably we'll see more of it in the future. There is violet. I hope it's going to be powdery. I hope there is going to be something a little bit lipsticky in there, and just some other citrusy and slightly woody tones. So I think it's going to be more like a summer appropriate gourmand, because there are so many fruity and just you know, refreshing touches in there. But with that being said, now let's talk about something that is on the other spectrum. I feel like this is a perfect winter gourmand, just because Dala Chai, which I've already smelled, is thick. It's like a perfect spiced chai latte with milky quality, but also spices and a pop of passion fruit, which adds almost like a sour, exotic, fruity touch. And I've already ordered 20 ml from Montal's website, so make sure to stay tuned for my review on that. But with that being said, now let's talk about something a bit more affordable and fun. New releases from the brand Theodora Skeletines that I've already reviewed for you are definitely worth our attention. I haven't smelled new gourmands, and there are a ton of those: peach, cherry, and some others. I want to point out my favorite lemon tart, which is iconic, fluffy, very gentle, almost like sugary but extremely effervescent lemony gourmand, which is so mass appealing and at the same time easy to wear. I love that one. But this new release, I think, is going to be gourmand of all gourmands, which is done in collaboration with Lucky Scent, and it's called Almond Tart. So there's vanilla, almond, butter, sugar, and cacao. I think they took all gourmands notes and just blended them into this perfume dessert. But I'm personally looking forward to their caramel brownie, because there is this dulce de leche, nutty notes, room, and I love booze mixed with sweet elements. I find it instantly elevates all fragrances, adding something sexy to them. But because of the caramel, cacao, and butter, I think it's gonna be a little bit thicker in the texture, and those perfumes are great when it's cold outside. So with that being said, now on to the last kind of like cherry, or better to say raspberry, on top of this Gourmand list is the new release of a very fun and just, you know, edgy brand born to stand out. And I really like their fragrance Who Fucking Cares, this Dirty Rainbow, which is actually an exquisite Gourmand because sweet notes in here are mixed with the leather. And if you shy away from straightforward realistic Gourmands and you actually don't wanna smell like you know, a candy, then I highly recommend you to check this one out, and you can get it from So Avant-Garde. I have a discount, so I will leave all the information down below. But their new release Be My Cookie, which has such a cute name, is amazing because I think it's gonna be dirty and sexy, because this cookie accord and vanilla absolute are actually mixed with some animalic tones like castoreum, musk, and there is raspberry that I'm obsessed with anyway, so I really want to blind buy this one. But now, with that being said, those are top 10 most exciting and realistic Gourmand new releases. I think there are more to follow. Now I want to mention two new Gourmand releases from indie brands that are just the best proof that Gourmands are not leaving the party yet. And one of the most complimented Gourmands is Corel from Gallica Fragrances. Now this perfume is special because not only, yes, it features a note of creme brulee, there are almost like sweet coffee tones in there. It also has something juicy to it, so it's a sparkling opening. I smell some woods and patchouli in the background, but everything is kind of melted into the sweetness, and it is so good because it is like satisfaction from within. It's complex, it changes. I know that Gourmand perfumes can be boring because they are pretty linear. This fragrance offers you a whole spectrum of different emotions, but they're all very positive, and the reaction to this perfume, sometimes I even forget that I wear it, and I spray a lot, so it projects really well. And if you're looking for compliments and you're looking for a special Gourmand that will be sweet but not like you've been baking cookies all days, I highly recommend you this one. However, if you are into the texture of a great cake and you're looking for a fragrance that will give you max of all the sweet tones, you can't get enough of them, you're never overwhelmed, and you want all of them being pushed to the max, I highly recommend you this new release from the brand Claudio Zucco. Now he is an indie perfumer from Italy, extremely talented. I know him personally, and this fragrance is so good. And although it features benzoin that I've already referred to as one of the notes that is giving me hard times, this one, it's heavy, it is intense, it will definitely remind you of a breakfast with the fluffiest and at the same time, you know, like gorgeous pancakes fresh from the oven or pan, I'm not sure, pan, right? And it has amazing orange, which is dry, so it's not your sparkling, fresh, zesty orange. It's like dry orange peel with nuts and vanilla syrup, maybe ahorn syrup. You really need to think about syrupy vanilla. It is caramelized, it has that texture, and there is like a chocolate powder in the background. So chocolate, dry orange, and that vanilla syrup that is going into the caramel direction. My gosh, amazing, comforting, cozy, and true, full-on realistic Gourmand that smells edible and absolutely delicious. So if you are looking for some recommendations, these are the ones that I love the most, but I'm looking for something new. And if you've heard about a cool, interesting Gourmand perfume, let me know how you feel about them overall, and if you like this trend or you are waiting for it to calm down. I don't think it is going anywhere, and I'm truly there for it. I want to see more brands, especially designer brands, and maybe even Arabs, to bring us some bangers. So let me know about your predictions. What's going to be the most trendiest note next year? I feel like this year was pretty lactonic, and caramel also used to be pretty in. So I think next year we'll see something that is going to be a little bit edgier, darker, maybe like something burnt or smoky, but let's see. If you have any questions left, I'm here to answer them. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on my social media and let me know which videos you want to see from me next. On that note, thank you so much for watching this one. Make sure to stay tuned and smell good. We'll see you next one really soon. Bye guys.